This is Asia Times News Video.
This is David Goldman, Asia Times Deputy Editor, speaking to you from New York City on March 16th. Well, it turns out the stock market has been worried about the wrong thing. Every Wall Street strategist last week revised up their economic growth forecasts, and many of them predict a big jump in bond yields as the market comes to anticipate the end of the easiest Federal Reserve policy in history. And a jump in bond yields would, of course, be bad for stocks. Quite the opposite appears to be happening. This morning, the Federal Reserve reported that U.S. manufacturing output had fallen by 3.3% in the month of February. That's a very big drop, especially considering that the consensus forecast called for a moderate increase. Now, after the fact, the economic commentators are blaming the weather, which of course they knew about before, and supplies chain constraints, for example, a shortage of semiconductors. But the simple fact is the American manufacturing economy is in a bit of a shambles with many constraints, not only supply chain and weather, but also shortages of skilled labor, and simply is in no shape to gear up. And if, to make matters worse, retail sales dropped by over 3% in February, which contradicts the received wisdom that Americans are standing ready by the mailbox to take out their stimulus check and go out and spend it right away. It appears that Americans are a lot more cautious than the economists thought. So stocks, which had risen yesterday and rose this morning, after the news, did a Wile E. Coyote moment. Remember the cartoon character that chasing the roadrunner, runs off a cliff, doesn't realize he's run off a cliff, looks down, looks at you, and then plummets 1,000 feet to the ground. Stock market fell because it figured out that the economy's weakness is its main concern, and along with that, profits. Bond yields are the least of our worries. The 5-year benchmark inflation-protected Treasury security is now yielding negative 1.9%. That's within 3 basis points, or a hair's breadth, of its all-time low. So be afraid, be very afraid. The stock market bubble is based on nothing but Fed largesse, not on economic growth, and certainly not on expected profits. This is David Goldman, Asia Times Deputy Editor, speaking to you from New York City.
This is Asia Times News Video.